Joanne Schiebel was a young American woman of Swiss-German descent studying at university. Abdul Fattah Jandali, a Syrian immigrant, worked as a political science professor at the university. The two met and fell deeply in love during their time at university together. Though unmarried, they faced an unexpected pregnancy, hoping for a daughter instead. Faced with difficult circumstances, they made the heartbreaking decision to give up their son. In 1962, Joanne divorced Jandali and moved on to rebuild her life.
Paul Jobs was a high school dropout who worked as a machinist for a company that manufactured lasers. Despite lacking formal education, he possessed skilled hands and a deep understanding of electronics that would profoundly influence his future son. Clara Jobs had not graduated from college either, but worked diligently as an accountant. Together, Paul and Clara were a humble working-class couple who found themselves next on the waiting list for adoption, longing to start a family. In the middle of a quiet night, their phone rang with unexpected news. The voice on the other end asked if they wanted an unexpected baby boy who needed a home immediately. Without hesitation, they said yes. Steve Jobs was placed for adoption in a hospital in San Francisco, California. That very same night, Paul and Clara Jobs welcomed the infant into their arms, beginning a journey that would change not just their lives, but the world. Steve was raised with love and care, first in Mountain View and later in Los Altos, California. This was in the heart of what would eventually become known as Silicon Valley, a place where innovation and technology would flourish. As Steve grew up, he came to know he was adopted while still very young. This realization brought moments of confusion and sadness, but it was in this environment of creativity and possibility that his extraordinary life would unfold.
Steve Jobs had a profound and life-changing connection to India that would influence his entire approach to life and business. This connection went far beyond casual interest, representing a deep spiritual quest that shaped the very essence of his being. In 1974, at just 19 years old, Steve Jobs embarked on a transformative 7-month spiritual journey to India. Driven by an intense desire for enlightenment and self-discovery, he left everything behind to seek deeper meaning in the mystical traditions of the East. His journey led him to search for spiritual truth and enlightenment in the ancient wisdom of India. Like many seekers of his generation, Jobs was drawn to the promise of transcendence and the possibility of understanding life's deeper mysteries. A key destination in his pilgrimage was the Kainchi Dham ashram in the mountains of Uttarakhand. Jobs had specifically traveled there, hoping to meet the revered mystic and spiritual teacher Neem Karoli Baba, whose teachings had already begun to influence Western seekers. Though Neem Karoli Baba had already passed away before Jobs arrived, the spiritual presence and teachings of the Guru profoundly impacted the young seeker. The ashram's atmosphere and the stories of the beloved saint left an indelible mark on Jobs' consciousness. This transformative experience in India deeply influenced Jobs' philosophies on spirituality, simplicity, and the pursuit of perfection. The minimalist aesthetic that would later define Apple products can be traced back to these spiritual insights, where less became more, and simplicity became the ultimate sophistication.
Born in 1955 and adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs, young Steve showed early fascination with electronics and craftsmanship.
In 1971, Steve Jobs created Blue Boxes, devices that used 2,600 Hz tones to hack phone systems for free calls.
As a teenager, Jobs met Steve Wozniak and discovered his passion for technology, experimenting with circuits in the family garage. In 1976, Jobs co-founded Apple Computer with Wozniak, revolutionizing personal computing with the Apple II's massive commercial success. After leaving Apple in 1985, Jobs founded NXT and acquired Pixar, transforming computer animation and storytelling forever. Returning to Apple in 1997, Jobs launched groundbreaking products like the iMac, iPod, and iPhone, reshaping entire industries. In his final years, Jobs introduced the iPad and fought pancreatic cancer while cementing his legacy as a visionary innovator. The iPod's launch in 2001 completely destroyed the cassette tape industry, making physical music media obsolete overnight. Apple's personal computers revolutionized computing, challenging IBM's dominance and making technology accessible to everyday consumers worldwide. The iPhone's 2007 debut devastated Nokia's mobile empire, transforming Nokia from market leader to industry footnote within years. In 1975, Bill Gates founded Microsoft, initially partnering with Apple before becoming their greatest competitor in technology. When Jobs confronted Gates about market positioning, Gates explained Apple targets photography and media enthusiasts, while Microsoft serves gamers.
Digital streaming emerged as the future. DVDs, Blu-rays, and VHS faded into history.
In 1986, Steve's adoptive mother passed away, opening the door for reunion. Finally, Joanne and her son Steve were reunited after decades of separation.
Steve Jobs' revolutionary inventions didn't just create products. They destroyed entire industries and rebuilt them in his vision.